just had this freaky superpower for noticing things everyone else missed. Like how Mrs. Daniels, the lunch lady, wore the same worn-out shoes every day because she was sending her kid to college. Or how Mr. Rivera, the librarian, always had hospital forms peeking out of his bag because his daughter was sick. Together, we started leaving anonymous notes for people we knew were struggling, just like I'd done for him that first day. You really think a little note makes any difference?
When I got yours, it was the first time anyone at school had shown me a speck of kindness. So, yeah, they matter. A lot.
The more time I spent with Ethan, the harder it got to step back into my fake life. It was like having two separate identities that were getting impossible to keep apart.
I don't get it, Tess. How can you stand those people? Especially Ryan. The guy's basically a walking cologne ad with the personality of a mosquito.
You don't understand how it works. My dad's company and Ryan's dad's company are practically joined at the hip. And the rest of my friends, they're not that bad.
Yeah? Think they'd accept me if they knew we were friends?
They might. If you tried to fit in a little, maybe tone down the whole... I gestured vaguely at his paint-splattered everything.
The whole me thing. Got it.
It felt kind of terrible that I'd said it, but to my complete shock, Ethan actually tried. He started wearing cleaner clothes, tamed his wild hair, and even sat with us at lunch. I was touched, because it meant he cared enough about me to do something that was obviously hard for him. But Ryan and my friends still found ways to exclude him, making comments disguised as jokes.
So, Ethan, is it weird living with random people who get paid to pretend they care about you? Like having a babysitter who never leaves?
Ryan!
Actually, Ryan, I bet if your parents cared as much for you as my foster mom does about me, you might have had a better personality. But hey, at least you got that trust fund to keep you warm at night.
The table went dead silent. Ryan's face darkened like a thundercloud, and I knew we were in serious trouble. And the next day, I found Ethan staring at the spring formal banner he'd spent weeks painting. It was destroyed, torn in places, dripping with soda, with crude drawings scribbled all over it. Just then, Ryan sauntered over, grinning like he'd just won a championship.
Aw, what happened to your little finger painting? Such a shame.
You did this. Again. I let it go the first time, but what makes you think you can keep treating people like this?
Relax, Charity Case, it's just a prank. That's how we have fun. But I guess you wouldn't get it. It's one of those you're poor, you wouldn't understand kind of things.
The look in Ethan's eyes, I'd never seen anything like it. It was anger mixed with resolution, like he'd finally made a decision he'd been putting off for too long. The next day, Ethan didn't show up at our spot. I texted him, called him, nothing. Days went by, and Ethan still didn't show up. Worry weighed on me, until I finally decided to visit his foster home and see if he was okay.
I'm sorry, honey. Ethan left this afternoon. He said he needed a fresh start.
Did he say anything about me?
He left you this.
She handed me a folded piece of paper. Inside was a sketch of me, not with blue eyes, but with my real brown ones, filled with warmth and life. Underneath he'd written,
"Don't let fear choose for you. You're more than what they expect you to be. Live your truth, and don't change for the world. Make the world change for you."
Ethan didn't take the revenge route after all. He just left. Maybe rich bullies were never his world to begin with. I cried the whole way home, finally seeing the truth. I had used Ethan's strength while never showing any of my own. That night, I stared at myself in the mirror for a long time. Then slowly, I took out my blue contacts. My real eyes, brown with little gold flecks, stared back at me. The next morning, I went to school as my real self. No contacts, no fake smile, just me. I started leaving notes like Ethan and I used to, slipping them to people who seemed to be struggling. You're not alone. You're stronger than you think. Your voice matters. To my shock, someone found one of my notes and posted it on the school's social media page. The next day, I spotted similar notes appearing on random lockers. By the end of the week, they were everywhere. Taped to bathroom mirrors, tucked into textbooks, even written in chalk on the sidewalks. The movement kept growing. People started leaving little care packages with the notes. The drama club put on performances about kindness. Even some teachers joined in, writing encouraging messages on the board instead of just assignments. Within a month, the entire school atmosphere had shifted from cold and competitive to warm and supportive. People actually looked up from their phones, held doors open, sat with kids who used to eat alone. A local news station even came to do a story about the kindness movement sweeping through our school.
What sparked this wave of positivity among students?
I don't know who started it, but it's changed everything. People actually look out for each other now.
This is pathetic. Who actually cares about all this touchy-feely garbage? All this kindness nonsense is just what losers tell themselves to feel better about being nobodies. Like that homeless artist freak who ran away. Right, Tessa?
The cafeteria went dead silent. Everyone turned to look at me. No, Ryan, you're wrong. And you're a bully. A few kind words can literally save someone who's drowning inside. If you can't understand that, then I feel sorry for you, because your life must be incredibly empty. Ryan's jaw literally dropped. For the first time in his life, the king of comebacks had nothing to say. People actually applauded. These were the kids from every corner of the cafeteria, including the ones who'd been invisible to me for years. I never told anyone I started the notes, and I never saw Ethan again. Sometimes I wondered where he was, if he was still painting his truth on walls somewhere. 6 months later, I was riding the subway downtown when I saw it, a new mural on the wall of the station, a girl with familiar brown eyes releasing butterflies from her hands, and in the corner, a tiny signature, EC. Ethan was out there somewhere, still making the world more beautiful. And thanks to him, so was I. Sometimes, the people who break your carefully constructed world are the ones who set you free. I had just walked a few blocks down when suddenly I stopped short in my tracks at a familiar sight. A boy with mussed-up hair and enough paint on his overalls to make them look like a Jackson Pollock original. Then, his head turned in my direction, and our eyes met, and his smile made my heart flutter, just like the first time. Ethan was still out there, changing the world one wall at a time. And maybe that's what we're all supposed to do. Leave something behind that makes life a little kinder. So if you're listening to this, here's my challenge. Find one person who you think needs a little hope. Someone who might feel invisible. And write them a letter. Slip it into their locker, their notebook, wherever they'll find it. Do it tomorrow. No one has to know it was you. Just let them know that they matter. Because kindness doesn't need a name. It just needs someone